Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today is July 18th, 2024. We're going to be going over our alerts here on Uber, Amazon, and we got the S&P 500 given a weekly dot here on the chart. These dots are our sell signals. The red ones are the sell signals, and the green ones are the buy signals. And you are seeing that right here, right now, with the SPY. So you can see here on the chart, the red dot is coming this week. This is July 15th. Again, we're looking at a weekly chart here. Each one of these bars is 1 week's worth of price action. So you can see the last time the red dot came was back here in April. And we did have that little bit of a correction right there to where we went down for the next 3 weeks. Boom, the green dot came back and we ripped. So to me, right now, stocks are very oversold. So if you're buying stuff right now, you're buying in a bubble. Okay, we're pretty far off that 50-week moving average, and this is just a signal saying, hey, this could be a potential top. We could see the S&P 500 correct, maybe back down here to 500. It would make sense for it to come back down here and come into that 50-week moving average like it did back here in November before it did the rippity dippity. I mean, as a trader, right, as someone that's trying to buy low and sell high, again, our goal is to buy when this blue wave is down here on our indicator and giving us a green dot. So right now you're pretty much getting the exact opposite of that happening right here on the SPY. So I would not be going long on the SPY. Okay, I would expect the SPY to come down for the next couple of weeks. Again, I'm going to expect maybe a pullback to 500 here, things to cool off, boom, wait for the next green dot, and that'll be your entry. So again, our trading rules are simple, and the most important ones are the ones where we are paying attention to the dots. The red dot means the direction is going down. The green dot means the direction is going up. So as we look at our trading indicator, okay, we are focused on a weekly chart on this channel. Okay, we are focusing on a weekly chart when it comes to macro investing. Okay, you can get into the daily, you can get into the monthly, you can use the same strategy on any chart. But what I will tell you right now is the fact that the weekly chart is the most accurate when it comes to the signals. And why is that? Because there's more data in the chart. Okay, each one of these bars on an hourly time frame is an hour's worth of price action. Okay, like I said on the weekly, each one of these bars is a week's worth of price action. So these dots come a lot less. Like this one came in November, then the red one came in March. Okay, there's a big distance between those dots. So these dots are pretty much preparing us for what the weeks to come are. So tomorrow is Friday. If the S&P does not get a pump tomorrow, right? If it keeps dipping, we can expect this to maybe go down for a couple of weeks. Okay. Again, as traders, we want to be buying when all the momentum is down here. Okay. When the light blue line, that's our stochastic RSI here on our trading indicator, is down here on the floor, right? The blue wave is down here, and we're getting the green dot. All of those things adding up makes our entries a lot more calculated, right? We want to calculate our entries and calculate our exits. So as someone that's going long and trading a weekly chart here, I don't want to be taking any long positions on the SPY. That is the S&P 500 until the waves come back down here. So again, that's a signal right there. That was called out today at 7:40 a.m. That's when that hit the chart. Okay, the next one was the monthly on Amazon. So I want to point something else out on Amazon here. The fact that if you would have been entering down here, this is a monthly chart. So this is one bigger than the weekly. Again, we're focused on a weekly. And you got the weekly dot right there as well. So Amazon looks like it wants to pull back here. But I want to point this out to you guys. If you take a look down here, back in February of 2023, okay, that green dot printed right there in February 2023. The price of that was $90. Okay, $90 on Amazon there. Very credible company. Obviously the biggest retail company in the world. Everybody does their shopping there. Okay, massively bullish fundamentals around Amazon. Okay, when the fundamentals are good and the technicals are good, meaning we're oversold here on a monthly time frame. This thing ripped up. You saw right there 114%. 114% since February. So that's a little bit over a year and a half. Okay, pretty close to a year and a half's worth of time to make 100% on your money. Okay, and the red dot did come. You saw the signal over here in the Discord. Okay, at 8:13 a.m. this morning. Okay, but it has faded away. But you could see where the blue wave is up here, right? If I'm trading a monthly chart, okay, I don't want to go long in this area. I want to go long down in this area. Okay, if I'm looking at a monthly. And again, each one of these bars is going to be 1 month. 1 month's worth of price action. So a month, new bar. 1 month, new bar. Okay, again, the longer the time frame, the more accurate the dots. That's why I personally like to trade a weekly dot, because I find that they are the most, it is the most interactive and the second most accurate when it comes to the charts. I mean, if I'm looking at if I would have been looking at this on the monthly back in 2023 on Amazon, yeah, I would have totally took a long there. I would have bet the house on this one, because again, Amazon's not going anywhere. I know that in the next 2 to 5 years, they're going to be around. They're going to be a company, right? They're massive. Their infrastructure is massive. They're never going anywhere. So if we're buying down in this area, okay, that is the best time to buy, okay, on whatever chart you are trading, whether it's a weekly, a daily, a 4 hour. Okay, I know a lot of people on the channel like to use the 4 hour chart, which is great. Okay, and Amazon's coming down here on the 4 hour, which just doesn't look too bad bouncing on the 50. So this actually might be a trade opportunity for Amazon at 180, okay, if you're playing a 4 hour. I just wait for the green dot confirmation. Look, this green dot came back here on the 24th. It ripped from 182 up to 200. Again, that's about a 10, 20% move, 15% move. Amazon's a huge company, though, so they don't move as big as some of these cryptocurrencies you guys have been seeing go 10, 100, even 1,000x. Okay, Amazon's not going to move 1,000x. It moves in increments of 20, 30%. Okay, if you guys are getting crushed playing altcoins, that's because the lower the market cap, okay, the more risk. The higher the market cap, the less risk. So a company like Amazon isn't going to go down 50% overnight or over a couple weeks. Okay, it would be a progression. So you are seeing the weekly also show up here. I don't know if that actually got called out over here. I didn't see a weekly red dot. That's weird. Let me go ahead and set this alert. I'll show you guys how to set an alert on the trading indicator if you guys don't know how to do that yet. Okay, and if you don't have the trading indicator, the link is in the description in our Discord channel over there. But I will just go ahead and copy this really quick. Okay, and I set up my alerts to go over to the Discord, so my copy looks a little different. But if you want to set an alert, so for example, I want to call this weekly dot out for us on Amazon. So I'm going to hit add alert, and then I'm going to come down here to the, hold on a second. 1 second here. I just want to make sure I didn't get something messed up here. Oops. Yeah, so this is actually supposed to say weekly. This is actually supposed to say weekly chart. Okay. So that actually said monthly, but for some reason it got called out on the weekly. 1 sec here. I'll actually update this post. But again, if you guys want to set an alert, so what I do on a weekly chart, I hit add alert, and then you go to, I use the small green dots on the weekly. If I'm trading a daily chart or a 4 hour or a 1 hour chart, I want to set it for a big green circle, which is the top one. These are considered more accurate than the small ones, but the small ones are very accurate when it comes to the monthly and the weekly. Okay, so what I want to do, I have a plan that allows me to leave my alert open-ended so it never expires. So again, you guys get all of these if you're a member of the Discord. You can see all the signals that went off this week. We've been covering these, and we cover these on a daily basis here along with your guys' chart requests. Okay, but if you don't want that plan, I like to set it for once per bar. So every time that it happens, it's going to notify me. Okay, and then all you got to do is, well, you could set it for a buy circle. And then up here it says notifications, so it will notify you in the TradingView app. It will also send you an email. And you don't normally use the webhook, but I use the webhook here just because that's what sends it over here to our channel to notify everybody else. But if you guys are using the indicator for yourselves, okay, this is how you set an alert. Again, you go right-click, add alert. Okay, if I'm on a weekly chart, again, I want to use the small green dots for the buy signals and the small red dots for the sell signals. So this is a sell signal here, a red dot. So I'm going to go ahead and set that. I'm going to use my copy, but you guys can leave it as small or sell, or like a sell circle, or you can call it sell signal, and then hit create. And then again, that will send directly over to your email, and it will notify you in the TradingView app when it happens. But I'm going to go ahead and set up this right now. Okay, and that should activate there. Let's see here. This was a monthly dot. This was a monthly dot. So it did show up. And it's also showing on the weekly. So I must have not had a weekly dot set up for Amazon there. Let me go ahead and make sure. Yeah, so that should be called out here. Over here in the Discord. You should see that show up here any second. But that's how you set an alert. Okay, again, if you're on a weekly chart, I recommend the small green dots and the small red dots. If you're on a daily chart, I'd recommend the big green dots. Okay, and then the big red dots here. on the daily chart. So anything less than a weekly, I'd use the big ones. Anything over a weekly chart, I'd use the small ones. Because again, the weekly dots don't come all that often, right? Maybe on stocks it's a little different, something like Amazon because it's such a big market cap. But again, we want to be buying down in this area, okay, not up here in this area. This is not a good time to be going long on a position. This is a good time to maybe be a day trader, but we don't like to do day trading here. We want to buy down here, folks, and go long, okay? We put our position in and we ride it up for weeks to months, okay? We're not sitting there trying to trade a 5-minute chart like everybody else is on the internet. Try to buy here and sell here and sit in front of your computer all day. It just doesn't make sense, right? I want to maybe check my portfolio maybe once a day. Once a day, see where we're at, see what the indicator's telling us, and that's kind of how we approach the markets here. So I don't know why this isn't getting called out, but it should get called out over there in the Discord any second, okay, when that happens. So you did have that go off. Amazon's monthly dot. You also got a weekly. So Amazon looks a little bearish. That doesn't mean we should just bail on it, right? Now we can watch the daily for maybe a small green dot. If we come back down to 170 here, okay, and tap it just like we did right there, that'd be a good place to maybe take a potential entry. But again, you do got warning signs on the weekly and the monthly of Amazon there. Here's Uber. This looks really ugly. Okay, Uber looks really, really ugly. I'd be bailing on this. You got a red dot showing up this week. You see I got the arrows. I posted this on Twitter today. But you got the red dot up here last time. That was at 82. It sold all the way off to 61. That was a 20-30% dip if you did not sell on that red dot. And you're actually making a lower high here. So I talk a lot about a higher low, but a lower high is when we get rejected at a level. So this one got rejected at 82 up here. You can see the price. Rejected at 82, and now it's getting rejected again, but at a lower level at 66. Okay, and you also got the red dot right there telling you, hey, this is going down, stochastics pointing down. So I'd be going short Uber here. I'd be going short Uber, and if it breaks down below 63, look out below. That thing could hit 40 to 50 bucks there. This would be a great short opportunity, I think, here on Uber. Again, off the red dot. If that closes tomorrow, that will be confirmed. Your stop loss on a short trade would be around 75. I like that trade for a short there. Okay, I don't think that thing's going to find any juice and go back up there. I just don't see it happening. Okay, I don't see that thing getting back over 75. Okay, red dot, that looks ugly. Let's take a look at some of your guys' chart requests. We had quite a few today. Thank you guys for calling these out. You guys make my job easy. If you guys have chart requests throughout the week, just feel free to throw them over here in the requests thread, and I will cover them. I cover these on our daily videos. If you missed yesterday's video, that's always posted over here inside the Discord over the latest video. Okay, posting videos Monday through Friday, sometimes even Saturday if I'm not too busy. But yeah, we're out here, folks, and we're staying on top of the market. So if you missed yesterday's video, just hit the latest video tab over in the Discord. That link is in my bio, in the description, and pinned down in the comment section of this video. Let's go ahead and start with your first one here, Gold Resource Corporation. Okay, this has a weekly green dot. Okay, that one showed up last week. So the level to watch on this is 36 cents. 36 cents on Goro. Okay, and this looks good. Okay, I'd be going long, and I'd actually move my stop loss up to, I'm going to call it 43. You're sitting at 50 right now. I don't know anything about this company. It looks like a gold company, but it's gotten absolutely slaughtered. So one thing about my trading strategy as well is I have a set of rules over here that I like to follow and encourage you guys to understand since you're watching. But we only buy assets that are trending above the 50-week moving average. So I like to use Bitcoin as a reference on this rule just to show you guys. Our 50-week moving average on our trading indicator is this light blue line right here. Okay, this light blue line is our 50-week EMA. So an EMA is a moving average, and that level is the average price over 50 weeks. So you think about 50 weeks, there's 52 weeks in a year. So I think about this as the yearly average price. So I only like to buy assets that are trending above this thing, okay, because that tells me that the market is strong and we're in a bear market. So my goal is to actually buy bounces off of this level, okay, and then ride them up. Okay, Bitcoin did have the green dot show up, but it has faded. But our stop loss level on Bitcoin is still holding. So as long as Bitcoin holds 60K, folks, the bottom of this candle that we got that green dot on, yes, I know it faded, but we also have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have 3 more days to choose our direction here. So if you put that trade on Monday, above 60K, you should not be worried, right? That is our level we're playing, 60,000. So if Bitcoin can hold on to 60,000, it's bullish. If we break down, yes, that is going to be bearish. So we're paying attention to this dot right here. But back to what I was talking about the EMA. Okay, you can see what happens when we get down below that EMA. Okay, we get really overextended here, just like we did in the last bull market. Okay, this was crypto in 2021. Everybody was losing their minds. Okay, everybody was having a good time. Okay, the market just was going up, 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 up. Okay, and then we broke down below it though, and we went into a bear market for about, okay, that was from March all the way down to November of 2022. So that was about a 6-month period of time, and then we just went sideways. And then what happened? Then we broke out above it. Okay, we broke out above the EMA. Okay, the light blue line. We sat on it, and then we ripped up above it. So you had Bitcoin, right, going a pretty nice run this year so far. Let me zoom out of the chart here for you guys so I can show you this a little better. Okay, so you see how it came back and it bounced now. So we're still waiting on the confirmation. We did get that green dot called out over here in the alert section. This was, I believe, 2 days ago. Bitcoin is showing a green dot on the weekly chart. So that did show up, but it went away. As long as 60K holds, we're good. But I just want to make a point to show you guys that, hey, we want to trade assets trending above that moving average. If your asset is below the moving average on that time frame, right? If you're looking at Bitcoin, it's below it, but this is a little smaller of a time frame. If we're up above these EMAs on the smaller time frame, that's bullish. And if the weekly chart is up above the 50 on the weekly, that is also the sign that we are in a very strong market. And we bounced right off of it, okay, back here last week on the 8th. And we got the green dot this week. So I'm still extremely, extremely bullish on the crypto markets as long as Bitcoin holds that 60K level. And again, I just want to emphasize that because I was looking at Goro and you're down below it. So if you're trading during this time, you're trading against the market. You're trading against the trend. So as traders, we want to trade with the trend. Okay, a good example of this is our cheat sheet over here. Okay, we don't want to buy when it's down below the mean. The mean is our blue line, that light blue line on our chart. That's the 50-week moving average. Okay, the mean is the average. Okay, we want to buy when the asset is up above it, boom, and pulling back into it. Okay, and you can see Bitcoin, right? It did exactly that. It pulled right back into the mean and it bounced. So with that green dot showing up 2 days ago, I'm still very bullish. You had a ton of signals go off. If you guys missed the last couple days of videos, I'd highly recommend going and watching them if you're new. A lot of value, a lot of content getting dropped in that. But we had Dogecoin pop off, we had Near pop off, AKT. Look at all these. Okay, all these green dots came this week. So when this happens, look at this big flood of green dots here. Solana, Litecoin, Atom, ILV. And if you guys want to take a look at these throughout the week, just request them in the thread. I have them in my watch list, but I'm only going to cover them again if you guys request them. So make sure you guys get those requests over here if you want something covered. I'm just covering these alerts as they go off throughout the day, right? We had Amazon, Uber, and SPY today, all giving sell signals. Okay, but crypto's still good. Crypto's still good. And I can see you requested Bitcoin as well. Again, I'm still bullish over 60K. And we're not looking to sell to the light blue line. This white stochastic, this blue stochastic, right? The stochastic RSI reaches back up here to the white dotted line, which was right here in March. And you can see that was the exact top on Bitcoin right there. Let me get rid of this line. Okay, this is where we topped out here on the white dotted line. It was up here at 74. We pulled all the way back down to 52. Okay, same thing right here. This was when we were selling. Okay, and then getting back in right here. Okay, stochastic was back down here on the floor, and you had the green dot there. It ripped for another nice move. These green dots aren't as accurate as these ones down here. I feel more comfortable buying these below the zero line. Okay, when the blue wave is down here. Doesn't mean you can't buy these, but these are more accurate. You could see Bitcoin's blue wave is below the zero line, and there's Amazon's weekly dot. That thing is showing up right over there inside the Discord. Bada bing, bada boom. You guys saw that. So if that closes this week, okay, that could either be an opportunity to short or go long. I actually have that on my looking to buy list. So I'd be watching Amazon here on the daily, looking to get in on the next daily green dot on Amazon. Still a nice uptrend here, right? Very, very strong trend. Days like today just kind of flush out the weak hands. So I'm going to be paying attention to where the next daily green dot comes on Amazon, but you did have the monthly and the weekly showing up. Again, I don't think it's a very good time to go long like it was back here on Amazon back in February. But yeah, that's just because of where we are on the wave here. So it'll be interesting to see where the green dot comes on Amazon when that thing comes, and we'll keep you guys updated on that over there in the Discord. But obviously a real good company, good fundamentals. Let's just wait for a dip now and get in and let it rip. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, still bullish here, folks. Still bullish off this breakout candle here. Okay, we just got to hold that 60K level. Here's USDT.D. This is, we talked about this the last couple videos, and thank you for requesting these. These are the stablecoin dominance charts. So when money's flowing in to stablecoins and we're going up, meaning the last dot is green and we're going up, okay, that's not a good thing for the markets because people are putting their money into stablecoins. When we're going down, and you can see the red dot here on USDT.D, this is Tether. Okay, so when we're going down on the stable coins, right, the dominance, money's coming out of stables and going into the market. That's good for Bitcoin and altcoins. So this is actually a bullish signal for the markets on Tether and also USDC, which is US dollar coin. Again, stable coins going down means Bitcoin's going up. Okay, prime example of that. Look at this. For the last since October, September, stable coins have been going down, meaning money has been flowing out of stable coins. And they take the money from the stable coins and they put it into the market. So the bear market started right here on this red dot. Okay, in September. Where was the bottom for Bitcoin? September. You guys see what I'm saying? They are correlated. So when this is giving us a red dot, that's a good signal. That means the markets are about to rip because money's coming out of stables. And look what we're getting rejected off of. We're getting rejected off of the 50 EMA there. Okay, so that's coming down. That's a great, great opportunity right here again. I'm bullish on the markets, folks. I told you guys the bottom was in on the 14th when we saw that big, big influx of green dots. When you see this many cryptos printing green, that's a sign that you need to start acting. You need to start putting on some long positions. Okay, and when we get the next round of red dots, that'll be our place to sell, or we're just paying attention to our stochastic RSI, the light blue line on our indicator, waiting for that to get back up here and overbought. Okay, that's when we'll be looking to take profits. But I'm thinking Bitcoin 80,000 is coming probably in August or October. Okay, 80 to 100K, it's incoming. And I really like these two, both getting rejected off of our 50 EMA on the US dollar coin and Tether. I'm still extremely bullish. Don't let these little shakeouts fool you guys. I encourage you to zoom into the 4 hour and the hourly if your signal is showing, right? If for example, if you want to own DOT, you got the green dot. So you should have a position right now. You should have a position and you should be watching the 4 hour for green dots just like it came back down here. Because these markets are pulling back in days, but we're taking our positions based on weeks. So when the weekly's green, we're fully bullish. We can't think anything otherwise until we get a red dot or this stochastic RSI gets back up here and we get to a point where we want to sell. But dot looks good. Look how deep dot is right now on the 4 hour. Okay, this is when you want to buy on the 4 hour now. Okay, green dot on the 4 hour, boom, you were buying at $5.20. Boom. Green dot on the 4 hour, you were buying at $5.70. Okay, now it's pulling back down to the same exact area. You're just missing the green dot, but I think we're going to bottom probably in between $5.80 and $6. It's already putting in a doji right there, so I'm still long. You got to stay long as your dot on your chart remains green. Okay, and your stop loss is not broken. So the stop loss level on this is going to be $4.95. That's where we wick down to right there. As long as that holds, that's around $5. So you're risking about $1 to the downside here. Again, green dot, waiting for the stochastic, our RSI to get back up here to the white dotted line to sell, or a red dot, whichever comes first. I'm still a holder of dot here. Same thing with Dodge. Looks like the green dot actually faded. The level I'm watching on Dodge is around 0.099. But that green dot looks like it wants to come either this week or next week. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. And once again, the 4 hour is way down here just like it was back here. So I bet you were wishing you were buying Dogecoin down here at 10 cents. Okay, but it pumped all the way up to 13 and then you got excited. Now we're coming right back down into what? Into our mean. This is our average price. Okay, on a 4 hour chart. Again, once you get the signal on the weekly, and I know it faded away, but again, this candle forms. We have 3 more days for this candle to form. So if we get a bounce tomorrow or Saturday, which it looks like we're going to get because I'm looking at a 4 hour chart right here, and we're way deep down here just like we were back here, okay, and we're bouncing right on that level. I think Dodge is a great entry right here if you're not already in it. Okay, you had the opportunity to buy it down here last time. Okay, again, when the wave is down here, we're paying attention, right? This is where we want to buy Dogecoin. We don't want to buy Dogecoin when everyone else is talking about it. Everyone else is talking about it up here, guys. Everyone else is talking about it when the price is high, 22 cents. Oh, it's going to the moon. What happens? Get flushed on. Okay, you guys just sat through one of those. Some of you sat through it. Some of you sold the red dots, but you do not want to buy up here. We want to buy close to the mean. And where are we in regards to the mean? Right now on Dogecoin, we're sitting right on the average price. Our light blue line sitting right on it. Okay, Dogecoin's an absolute buy. That one's in the look in the buy list as well. That one looks good. Here's ZRO. This one looks a little too new for me to get you any analysis. I'd probably have to be trading the 4 hour here. Same thing. I'd just be playing the green dots on the 4 hour here. Watch this level here at 630. That's where we bought them last time. You want to make sure that level does not break. Wait for the green dot for confirmation on that one, but a little too new for me to look at the weekly for you guys. Here's Blast, B-L-A-S-T, and these are tradable on Coinbase, so thank you for calling these low caps out. And if you guys are a member, you do have access to the research tool. All you got to do is come over here and type in /info and then Blast. Okay, it's a crypto. Boom. I can look up what it is. It's a $300 million market cap. It's an Ethereum layer 2 with native yield for ETH and stable coins and $300 million market cap there. So, yeah, just not a project I really know a lot about, and it looks like it just got listed on Coinbase. So if you're trading this one, use a stop loss at where we bought them there at 0.012. Here's Big Time. Big Time's giving you the green dot here. Okay, so there's the buy signal. I can't see the 50 EMA on this one, and it's trending below it on the daily. So again, if these markets rip, everything's going to rip, in my opinion. That's kind of how it always works. So if Bitcoin's going to go up, I'm going to guess this thing's going to go up too, and you're getting the signal here. I'll actually call this out for you here. Whoever requested this. Let me go ahead and call this out here. I'm going to call it out only once with a small green dot on the weekly. Boom. So that should fire off over there inside the Discord for you. I'd be using a stop loss at 7 cents on that. That's where we bought them right here. Again, you always want to use the stop loss on the low of the green candle. So the low was right down here. You could even move it up to last week's candle at 8 cents if you want to be a little less conservative. But green dot, let's see if that thing holds. And let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours, again, trending up here. It did get rejected up there, but I'd be looking for the entry off of the next 4 hour green dot on that one. So when you get the 4 hour green dot and the weekly dot lining up, okay, that's very, very bullish. Okay, because again, we got to get into the smaller time frames to see what's going on a daily and hourly basis, 4 hour basis. Each one of these candles is 4 hours worth of time. Okay, so you get the weekly confirmation, you can then go into the hourly and the 4 hour. Look at the hourly coming right down into it. Look at that, how deep that wave is on the hourly. So this is a great trade. Okay, great trade with a stop loss at 10 cents if you're playing the hourly there. And again, I'm using it down here at around 8 if you want to be less conservative. But watch for the green dot on that one. That one doesn't look bad at all. Again, another name you can look up over here if you do not know what it is. Okay, we got all the tools you need over here in the Discord for you guys to be successful or improve your skills over here in trading. So this is like an RPG game on Big Time. So that's a gaming play there. Good call out there. Here's GFI 4 hour. We got the cross. So in the 50 and the 200 cross on whatever time frame, these are our EMAs. We also use the 9 EMA on our trading indicator. And again, if you guys don't have the indicator or the EMAs, you can load everything up in a couple of clicks by going over here, clicking this link, supporting the channel, and you get everything I use on my charts. Everything I talk about, the EMAs, the green dots, the red dots, the RSI, the blue wave, the white dotted line. You guys can see all this stuff for yourself, so you don't have to rely on me to do the analysis all the time. You can kind of do it and learn for yourself, which is the goal of this channel. My goal is not to tell you guys when to buy and sell. My goal is to educate and share information. Okay, just how you guys are sharing these picks with me, I'm sharing my analysis back in regards. I'm finding plays, and you guys are getting some analysis on the charts, at least my opinion on it. But it's always not financial advice. It's always do your own research, okay? You guys got to know the companies. You got to know the fundamentals. You got to make good plays. Nothing is 100%. If this was 100%, I'd probably be sitting on a beach or an island somewhere. But I think this strategy is about 80 to 85% accurate when you're using it correctly, when you're following all the trading rules, entering on the green and red dots, okay, making sure you're exiting on the sell signals and not just holding through it. Okay, I saw a lot of you hold through some crypto on these sell signals over the last period. Okay, you look at AVAX as an example here. This thing was up at 64, gave you the red dot. This thing went all the way down to $20. That was a 68% drop. So if you had 10 grand up here, you now have 4, okay, because you decided to hold through that green dot, or you decided to hold through that red dot. You guys got to listen to the indicator. When the dot comes, you got to get out. Okay, we got to lose quickly. You want to lose quickly, okay, and you want to be in the week that you get the green dot. That's the goal, okay? But you got to listen to the red dots. Red means sell no matter what. Green means buy no matter what. Until those shift, okay? Until we get the shift, okay? When you sell a red dot, you can always buy back in on the next one. That's the great thing about it. The only thing about selling the week of is you don't have to hold through a massive dip. Okay, you don't have to hold through that additional 20, 30, 40% like you saw here. 60% down. You just lost all your profits and more. Okay. So look at that. AVAX, that's a green dot as well. We called that one out as well. AVAX looks good here. 2189 is the stop loss on that one. And that thing is holding. So let's look at the 4 hour on this. I know this wasn't a request, but again, the 4 hour is getting pretty deep, just like it was back here. So watching the 4 hour for these green dots now on these cryptocurrencies, again, this is a healthy pullback, guys. Nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down. These pullbacks do happen, okay? And you just got to be watching your position, understanding what's going on. As long as the dot is green on the weekly, direction is moving in our favor, okay? It doesn't matter what we do on a daily basis. You shouldn't worry about 2 to 3% dips. Okay, people are kind of freaking out. The Dogecoin's dipping 3%. It's down 3%, guys. If you want the 100% gains, if you want the 300% gains, the 400, the 500% gains, you got to be able to hold through a 20 or a 10 or 20% dip. Okay, as long as the last dot is green, we are bullish on the assets. Okay, here's ETC, another request from you guys, another one showing a green dot. So what are we doing? We're setting a stop loss right there at 1843, and that's our level. That's the level we're trading, okay? Looking for additional entries off the 4 hour green dots, and that's coming right down into our average there on the 4 hour. This one's looking good. I'd set a stop loss on this one. Call it $22, okay? $22 on the stop loss if you want to play it. Again, the weekly chart is still holding green, so as long as we hold green, we have nothing to worry about. And I think that's a little bit of a tight stop loss. Maybe put it at 21. Put it at 21. Stop loss at 21 on ETC. And again, not looking to sell this one till the stochastic RSI gets back up here to the white dotted line. Okay, and still bullish. Bullish as long as that green dot holds there on Ethereum Classic. Here's AERO. This was a big winner in the last bull market. Went from 7 cents all the way up to $2. An insane move. And you could see the direction is changing again. There's no data on the trading indicator besides the stochastic pointing up. I'd just be waiting for that to hit the white dotted line to take my profits. I'd probably be on a daily trade in this one. Okay, nice dip there. You have the green dot right there on the 6th. That was an opportunity to buy, but we're breaking now back above that 50-week. And again, another name I have no idea about. So know your fundamentals, know what the project does. 75 cents would be my stop loss, and I'm looking to sell when this stochastic gets back up here to the white dotted line on AERO. I think that's a really low cap coin. Here's a PNIC. Again, another name there's no data on the weekly because it's so new. So I'll get into the daily. Can't really see anything there. I'd probably be on the hourly or the 4 hour looking to buy dips on this. It's just too new. Too new for me. I know nothing about it. And if you want to trade it, set a stop loss at 20 cents on PNIC. Here's the last one of the day. OXT. OXT hourly looks good. Okay, hourly's way down there. OXT green dot right there as well. So your stop loss level is going to be right here at 7 cents. The bottom of this week's candle, the green candle that we're getting the dot off of, that's our stop loss. Now we can get into the 4 hour and we can snipe our trades based on these green dots on the 4 and hourly chart here. And it looks like the hourly is going to come today. I really, really like this one. I like this one above 7 cents. What's the market cap on it? Okay, 48 million. So it's a really small coin, which is good because it's high risk, high reward. But as long as we're setting a stop loss and understand how much we're risking, right? If you're using a stop loss at 7 cents here, you know you're risking 11%. If you're using the strategy correctly, folks, you should never risk more than 15%. Okay, these low market cap coins, there's going to be a lot more risk involved, but there's going to be also a lot more upside involved. Because again, if this thing goes back to 20 cents, that's 129% move. So you're risking 10%, 11% or whatever it was to make 129. Okay, that's a 12 to 1 trade right there. That's a beautiful setup. Okay, but again, another name that's below our 50 weeks. So if you're trading this one, OXT, I don't know anything about it, so maybe you know a little bit more about the project. Set a stop loss at 7 cents on this one. That's going to be it for today. Those are the alerts and the chart requests. If you guys got more for tomorrow's video, go ahead and get them in over here. Goro, I covered that one. So I think I got all you guys over here. Thanks for those requests. If you guys need me, hit me up over here in the Discord. We had a few more alerts go off there on stream. That was big time in Amazon on the weekly. If you guys need anything, again, we got everything you need over here. Here's a free trading course for you guys in the Discord. Just go to this tab. We got the trading rules, the trading apps. Okay, I buy crypto on Coinbase. You can get started buying stocks on Robinhood. You can get the trading indicator in the trading indicator tab. And there is also a link to start an account on TradingView, which is the charting software over here that you guys can get started with if you guys want to learn how to do this, or plug away at it yourselves, and just kind of start small, folks. Okay, try to read and understand the patterns. Okay, I think I'm up over 500 or 600% this year alone using these strategies that I'm teaching you guys. And again, I'm just here to share information. Not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube, but these strategies do work. Okay, the green dots are the best places to take entries on, no matter what time frame you're on. Okay, we are timing our entries, again, buying low and selling high. We're not buying with the herd. Okay, we're not buying with the herd way up here in new paradigm delusion phase. We want to buy down here, okay, before this move happens. Okay, and everything I talked about today with the EMAs, the blue waves, the dots, okay, this is the best place to pinpoint the entries, folks. I've seen it over and over again, and we're still extremely bullish on the markets as long as Bitcoin holds 60K. We'll see if that green dot comes back this week. Again, the 4-hour is pulling back, but once we get this green dot confirmation on the 4-hour, that should send it higher. I'm thinking we should see a 80 to 100K Bitcoin here by August or October. And we'll see what happens, folks. Lots of things happen in the markets, and a lot of things going on. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. I'll see you in tomorrow's. Again, if you got chart requests, go ahead and drop them over here. If you guys need me, hit me in the Discord. I also have an email, overkill@overkillinvesting.club. If you're not a member and you can't talk inside of chat here, you can become a member right here for as little as $6 a month and get access to all the content and everything. I'll make sure to update the watch list today too. With that being said, again, thanks for watching. If you got some value, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. God bless you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.